Welcome back to the third episode of the podcast. We will first be discussing how sleep deprivation affects physical health. I think most of you know the common effects of sleep deprivation on physical health, such as muscle weakness or heart diseases. But I would like to talk about different physical health issues now. There are a lot of systems that can be affected if there is not enough sleep, so I will be briefly talking about each one. Sleep deprivation affects all types of systems in your body. Firstly, it affects the central nervous system, which is the system that controls our brain, such as how we think, we feel, we learn, and move. It affects it by making it harder for us to maintain concentration, harder for us to maintain new knowledge and absorb new knowledge, and if it is getting too serious, it can cause hallucinations. Secondly, it will affect the immune system where it helps to fight diseases in your body. A weakened immune system will make you get sick easily, and long term sleep deprivation can cause illnesses such as diabetes and heart disease. Thirdly, it affects your respiratory system, which is responsible for gas exchange. It can affect your respiratory system as your immune system is weakened. You will get a cold, a flu more easily, and it will also cause chronic lung disease. Fourthly, it affects your digestive system as lacking in sleep might make you overeat, and cause you to become more overweight and obese. Sleep will affect two types of hormones, leptin and ghrelin, which control our feelings of hunger and fullness. Lack of sleep would cause the brain to reduce leptin and raise ghrelin, which is an appetite stimulant, becoming a risk factor for overeating. Fifthly, it affects the cardiovascular system, which supplies oxygen and nutrients to your body. Lack of sleep will affect your blood sugar, your blood pressure, and inflammation, inflammation levels, sorry, and might lead you to hypertension, stroke, or even heart attacks. Sixthly, it affects your endocrine system, which is responsible for controlling mood, growth, and development. The way our organs work, metabolism, and reproduction. For students, growth hormone production is one of the critical hormones for growth throughout the adolescent years. Lack of sleep will lead to the body being unable to build muscle mass and repair cells and tissues, in addition to growth functions. Now, how can mental health also be affected from sleep deprivation? Getting enough sleep, also known as the rapid eye movement sleep, helps your brain process emotional information that could cause you to have a bad mood if you do not have the right amount of sleep. Lack of sleep is especially harmful to processing positive emotional content, and having lack of sleep is also it also makes it harder for you to use the right parts of your brain, and it is harder for you to manage your emotions during work days. This can influence your mood and emotional reactivity, which are linked to mental health conditions that could possibly affect your body or become hard to prevent. Some common reasons causing sleep deprivation, such as stress, shift workers, using recreational drugs, and alcohol. Now I'm going to talk about how those can affect sleep and mental health. Sleep can affect your mental health by the following factors. It can firstly affect your it can make you feel anxious or depressed, and it can also give you suicidal thoughts. Secondly, it can cause you to have mental illness such as psychosis or paranoia. Thirdly, it can make you struggle to concentrate or slower decision making. Fourth, it will make it easily for you to feel irritated and not having the energy to do certain things. And finally, it can make you feel lonely or isolated. And it can also make the previously mentioned symptoms way worse. According to the survey conducted, it can prove the secondary research I found match with real life. According to the survey, 100% of the people feel that having 8 or more hours of sleep feels better, and um they feel more positive and feel they can perform better. They also believe that they can concentrate more and are generally in a better mood, which means that um, having the average amount of sleep is good for mental and physical health. This proves that sleep is important for everyone, but it is especially important for people that are aged 12 to 18, as there is a lot of schoolwork to do. And teenagers, compared to adults, are not as experienced in balancing of work and entertainment and sleep, so it is important for teenagers to get the right amount of sleep. Thank you for watching my third podcast about sleep deprivation. For my final podcast episode, I would be talking about how to prevent sleep deprivation. And if you want to record stuff such as myself, you can use v.io.